Welcome to today's live edition. Today is another day, and we are here to do another live video. This is Farm Delight _TV. Our main priority and concern here is what? Changing lives through farming and then investment. But before we start everything, we give thanks to God and also to our faithful subscribers who has helped us to build this channel. All that we say is may God bless you and continue to share our videos and like our videos. Yes, today we have another interesting topic that we are here to discuss. That's why every first Friday in Ghana has been set as what? Farmers Day. Yes, in Ghana, every first Friday of December is what? Farmers Day. That's when the government of the nation give awards to various farmers from district all the way to what? The national. I think today we will tackle about 3 points, and then we use it to discuss our video discussion today. My knowledge is what? I think that's 1983. Back then I was just a little boy. When I say I was just a little boy, but I remember everything that happened that time in the nation. That's 1983, the whole nation got burned. The whole nation got burned. And there was a severe famine. There was a severe famine which really affected the nation. But the good thing is, the government of the day at that time took a decision which really helped build the nation from that time. In fact, they really did well at that time. I mentioned of what? 1983. The whole nation of Ghana got burned, bushfire, and there was a severe famine. I quite remember back then, those who are selling food, especially the local restaurant, they don't even cook. If it is yam, plantain, or cassava, they will just cut them into pieces, and you see our mothers will send the little ones to go and make a queue, so that as soon as the seller finish, then they will come and then they will start buying. Then we take it home and cook. At times you will cook and find out that the whole thing is what? You can't eat it. So as you can see, and back then, another incident also happened, which I will bring it maybe during the course of the discussion. So after 83 famine, then 1985, Back then, the government of that time took a decision to set up what? An awards from various, that's from district all the way to the national, to award the hard-working farmers. And in fact, it really pay off. It pay off back then. And through that, from 86, 87, 88 coming, food started what? Coming. Because 86, 83 was what? The severe famine. And then they instituted 85. And from 86, 87, even if I remember 87, the one who won the award happened to come from my district. He won the national one by name Mr. Odami. And they gave him, that time they gave him what? A pickup, which wasn't easy to get. So they wrote the national best farmer on it. So when we see it on the road, then we were happy that our district have won the award. What are we trying to say here? Because they took a bold decision at that time, the farming, or a lot of people get involved, showed interest in what? The agriculture in the country. And then it boosted the production from 87 all the way to the 90s. Then food started what? Coming in. Yes, it really helped the nation. But along the line, things change. Things change. Then people started not what? Getting involved or disassociating themselves from what? The farming activities. Another, if I remember once again, when we were in school in 80s, even every Saturday, we would go to the school farm and start, we were what? Planting our own maize, which also helped the secondary schools. Because one Saturday, if let's say from one all the way to what? 3, that's year 7 to year 9, they will take us to the farm, and then the seniors, that's 4 and 5, they will supervise us, and then by the time we come, just for about 3 hours, you can see how well we will plant in the farm. Yes. We are doing this, or we are discussing this today, because this year, the Farmers' Day, upon my investigation and my knowledge, is what? It's not coming on the first Friday of December, but rather it is coming on what? 8th of what? November, because of the election that is what coming to the country. So they are going to have the Farmers' Day, the national one, on the 8th of what? November, which is just around the corner. I think maybe next week Friday, or yeah, I think next week Friday. Yeah. Like we have said, this channel, our main priority is what? Livestock and then stock market. So every topic that we pick, we will do our best to link the two. Yeah. That's why we try to punch it this way, this way, this way, so that in the end, then we come to our main focus. And the same 1983, another big issue also hit the nation again. The whole country, the bush burned off, and unfortunately, our mothers and our fathers who traveled to Nigeria, all of them also got deported from the country. As you can see, millions, I would say millions of Ghanaians also returned back home. And they came and met what? Famine in the country. So 83, 84, 85 wasn't easy. And you know, we were kids, we would need something to eat to survive. No food, and the population has what? Just increased as a twinkle of an eye. So you can see how the nation went through, and the way they survived was the government of the day took a bold decision, so that you can see everybody was sort of doing garden at the back of the house. Those who can go to the bushes, those who can do, everybody was planning to do something back then, because they knew if they don't do it, the years ahead, they have no idea about this. And they did well. But after, I think I would say from the 90s, because we had a lot from 87 all the way coming. So if you can see, just less than 5 years, we relaxed. People were not taking farming serious anymore, especially the youth. They left everything to the age. Like I said earlier on, because we were in school, because of what happened in 83, so that when we entered the secondary school, they were using us to do the farming, and also some of our seniors, they use reading other things as a punishment. So those also came to our mind. I would say our mind, because I was part of that generation. So we saw farming as what? A punishment. And the love of it just vanished gradually, gradually, gradually. All the way to 2000, 2005, 2010. So as you can see, gradually, the love of farming was diminishing. But now, the time has come. The time has come for especially our generation who saw what happened in 83 to go back again and make sure the farming activities in the nation need to rise up again. Yes, we need to rise up again to make sure we have a lot to supply to the local market and also export some. Yeah, if you join us, you are free to bring your message, any question that you want to bring. That will help us, and we will do our best to discuss. So those who are doing corn or maize, do your best, focus on it, and always remember what happened in 1983. Let's say if you don't have any idea, do your research about what happened 1983 in Ghana concerning farm. All our farmland got burned. So do your research and then find out how the nation survived. Then you understand the purpose of what? This channel. So some of us, we have taken it upon ourselves. The little that we can, we will do. I'll do my best. SOS will do his best. Others will do their best. And at the end of the day, we will come and make sure we also do something for the generation, the unyet born ones. Because some of our forefathers did well. Even as at now, as at today, still if you go to Nigeria, they have a saying, even they name a bag that they say Ghana must go. Yes, they say Ghana must go because they kick out all Ghanaians living in the country, and they came, and when they came, the nation, all our bushes also burned, and they came to add up to the total population. And as you can see, no food, more people. So it God who made us little ones survive. And today we are here also sharing the idea, the experience that we went through back then throughout our education. Like I've mentioned earlier on, because of what happened in 83 and the decision that they took. But later, some of the youth, instead of what? Realizing what happened and then stay focused, I don't know whether we took offense, thinking that the famine is what? Punishment. It's punishment. So the laugh of it just diminished gradually. And now, as we are sitting here, some of the foodstuffs are being imported to the nation. Which we need to change the narrative. So coming November 8th, if you are not aware, this is the information I'm giving out. The country is going to have what? Their National Farmers Day. So those of you who want to witness can tune in so that you learn. At times, there are some, what should I say, some activities that goes on, people watch, but they don't find out the reason why they celebrate those things. I know a lot of people don't understand the reason why Ghana celebrates every first Friday of December as what? Farmers Day. Which I think those who are watching our videos will send the message to the authorities so that they add it to their speech. The reason why that decision was taken some years back. I think it's 39 or almost 40 years now. The first one started 1985. So if it's 85, then it means 39 years now that the award started. I think it has done well, but we haven't reached the objective or the reason why the award was instituted up to even 50%, because still we lack food. We lack the food stuff in the country, which we need to step up. We need to step up. Yes. So now, like we've said earlier on, today we are here to what? Elaborate the advantages and the disadvantages of what happened back then, along the line, and now where we are heading to. Back then, the decision that they took, I think they got the results within the next 5 years, all the way to 90s. They got the needed results. But what about from 90 to 2000, 2010, and then 2010 to 20? And now we are in 24. So from 20 to 30, another 10 years, how is the nation doing? Or what are we doing towards the next 5 years? Because we are almost entering to 2025. So the next 5 years, what are we doing? Especially those who live outside the country. Don't forget, we don't need to forget, we need to what? Remember, especially, I know a lot of us were young, but still we remember what happened. And we need to tell our children, or those who have grandchildren, we need to tell them what happened back then. And those things can happen anywhere, which it does. Because if you take a country like what? Spain, they also have this issue, bush burning. I think every summer they do have it. But as you can see, for them, these advanced countries, they know how to what? Preserve or store their food stuff. So when these things happen, it don't affect them much like it did to us back then. Even some were using stone to join the queue. Yes, it's a fact because I witnessed it as a boy. So if we don't want it to happen again to our generation or the unyet born ones, then we need to also take a decision now. We need to take a decision now to eradicate what? The mindset of the people thinking that farming is what? Punishment, especially the youth. We need to remind them and remind ourselves about what happened in 83, that it can happen again. So the decision that they took, we need to revisit it and even do it more to save the land for our unyet born ones. Some of the topics, that's not the concern of this channel. Ours is what? The farming, the livestock. So we will focus on it and make sure we stay on course so that we don't deviate from what? Our point. So those who are doing livestock, the animals, the cow, the pigs, the goat, the sheep, the layers, we need to keep it in mind. Like I've said earlier on, what happened in 83 can happen again. What do I mean? The bush burning. it can happen, but we pray that nothing like that happen. So we need to what? Keep an eye, protect the little land that we have around us. Make sure we utilize it well, grow what we will eat for the next year. What do I mean? Grow what we will use to feed our what? Animals. And find a good place that we can save or store them. We need to put all these things, all these measures in place. The little effort that each one of us can do, we need to make sure we do it. And then leave the rest to the government, those in authorities, for them also. What they think they can do, they also do it. But we don't need to wait for the government or the authorities to come and say that, oh, we are going to build a silage here, or we are going to build these silos here, so that, no, maybe where they will build it and the distance from your farm to there, even the transportation, you can transport your what, maybe your maize all over them and put them inside the silos. So it's better we try to find a little space around where our farm is, so that we can save or we can store the little food stuff that we will produce at the current year. I hope all of us are learning. Yes, I hope all of us are learning. So we shouldn't forget about 83. I will keep on mentioning it until we finish today's discussion. So let us all remember what happened in 1983. If you have no idea, do your research. Or if you have any elderly person around you, or ask what happened in 1983. Then that will give you broad idea, and then you will know where to position yourself. Yes. So with this, it looks like it's not something like a mirage. No, it's not a mirage. It's a reality that we need to face, because it has happened long, thousands of years. Egypt was going through all this. That's why Joseph came into the scene. So if you read the Bible and you hear all this stuff, you think maybe it's a story. No, it's something that really happened. So those of us who live outside and doing what, 9 to 5, now I'm trying to bring in the stock market into this discussion slowly. What does it mean for us when you talk of what? Farming. Yes. Today you are working and you are getting what? Your pay every month, and then you pay the bills. You get your paid and then you pay the bills. But have you thought about what? Tomorrow, what will happen? No, you have no idea. So all that we need to do is what? Plan about what? Tomorrow. And make sure, or keep in mind, that anything can happen. So that's why you need to what? Find out little way that you can enter into the stock market, so that at least the little investment that you do there will make you survive when the storm come, or when the farming come. Yes, guys, we are discussing about what? Why every first Friday of December is what? Farmers' Day in Ghana. Yes, sister, you are right. We need to plan. Yes, we need to plan. We need to let our money work for us. So I'm bringing this to our remembrance once again. Those who live in UK, they have something that they call Remembrance Day, which they use to what? To remember the fallen fighters. Not only for the past, so that you say that, oh, the one, no. It helped them to plan for the future. So we also need to what? Keep on reminding ourselves about what happened. Like I said, back then I was just a little boy. Now I also have little boy around me. Yes, some will not take it serious. They may think you are just saying something, but at least if one person will take this advice and stand on it and step out, whatever he or she is doing, we have done our part. That's what we need to what? Live frugally. Make sure we always have what? Generational thinking. We need to think about tomorrow. Yes, we need to think about what? Tomorrow. The video that we did last week, we mentioned about what? The mindset of what? Life is short, life is short. Yes, look at 83. So many years and now we are still alive. We survived the storm that happened in 83, and we went to secondary school 88. So those of us, I think we saw what happened, the transition that has gone through the nation, and we have opportunity to travel to other countries, which we have also learned what's going on, whichever country that we step our foot in. All these things are the reason why we are trying our best to remind ourselves that we don't need to forget about our past and where we are coming from. So once again, this is Farm Delight _TV. Our main priority or content here is what? Farming, and then investment. But we do more focus on what? Livestock. And those who do other things. But ours is what? Livestock. That's what we try to educate ourselves to know. So we do our research, we do our studies, and then we come and share. So today's video is all about what? To remind ourselves what happened in 1983, so that thing don't happen again. Which I hope coming on the 8th of what? November. Because what I've learned is what? They have pushed this year's one to 8th of November because of what? 7th of November, December is what? The election date. So they want to do this one ahead of what? The election. Those who read their note, their speeches, they need to what? Start it from 83, what happened, to remind the young generation who had no idea about what really happened back then, so that they will know and also come on board to also sacrifice to save, like our fathers and our grandfathers did for us, because they did it for us 38 years, 39 years ago for us to survive. So it's our time also to do it for the next 40 years, the generation, the yet born one that will come also survive. That's how the nation, or that's how the world is what? Being built. You come, you do your part, you save for the generation, and then they come. Yes, if anybody have any contribution or discussion, you can bring it and then we will read it out and share. That's why we say that your farm, if you have 10 cow, make sure 2, 3, 4, 5 years time, give yourself a period and focus to scale it. Don't stay there. And those who do the fatting, let's say you can buy one cow, fatten it and sell it. When you do so, don't stay there. Make sure the next time that you go, you buy 2, you come, you fatten them, and then you sell them. Why? Because as long as you are doing it, trying to increase the number of cow that you buy each time that you go to the farmer, you are encouraging the farmer to step up in what? His production, because he will also get a little what? Income to feed them, and then increase his what? Production. Yes. So, thank you, brother. I like your suggestion. That's SOS. So let us all do well. Today's discussion is solely, like I've said, to remind ourselves and also to educate the younger ones, for them to know what the nation or the world has gone through. Because, which I know it's not only Ghana, it has happened to a couple of countries around the world. But because we come from Ghana, that's what we are using, because that's what we know. So we need to what? Make sure we let the younger ones understand the reason why we celebrate farmers in every first Friday of December, which this year is coming on the 8th of what? November. That's next week Friday. I hope those who have time need to join the live videos in the country to see how they give the award. Little effort that the government is making. But now, our concern is what? Not about the government, because it looks like it got to a time the government, I don't know whether they relax, and the people also relax. Everybody was putting an eye on the government, the authorities. No. Now we need to remind ourselves and do our part. Because if I can have, let's say, 4 cow, and you can also have 5 goats, and this also can have 10 bears, At least we have when we combine it, it's better than me having nothing, you having nothing. Because if I need chicken, I can come to you and buy it, and you can also come to me and buy it. But if we leave everything for the authorities to do, and if they don't do it, then it means we are going to face the consequences. That's why we are encouraging each and every one to join the revolution, because we need to change the narrative. Yes, I'll keep on mentioning 83. What happened in the country? I joined the queue a couple of at times. I'll be hungry, and then they will ask me to go and join the queue, and you see me crying. One, I'll go to join the queue. So when it is my turn, then my mother will come and buy the food and go and cook it for us. But I'm hungry, and little boy going to join the queue, crying to go and join. I don't want to go. But if I don't go, we are not eating for the night. Even kenke, they will just make it. As soon as they finish, people are buying it to go and cook it themselves. So anyone who have any idea about this, try to share. Let the younger ones know. We need to let the younger ones know what the nation have gone through, so that we prevent it not to come again. Now we may think everything is okay. No, everything is not okay. Because there are a lot that we can do. There are a lot that we can do to save the country. Some of the things, that's not our priority here, so we are not going to talk about it. But what we will do in our own capacity, our own little way, that's what we will focus and do it. Now let's come back to what? The stock market once again. Those who are doing what? 9 to 5. Yes. Thank you, brother. Those who are doing 9 to 5, make sure you join what? The stock market. We always say this in any video that we do. At least try to get one S&P 500, that Vanguard S&P 500 each month. Let's say if you want to work till you go on retirement, it doesn't matter if you are 55 years, 45, 25, you just give yourself a couple of years, more than 5 years, and then start doing this. Or if you are in the UK, you can buy what? The stock and share ISA. Those in Italy, Borsa Italia, and other countries. Because the stock market is everywhere. Because the one that you put today is the one that is what going to make you survive tomorrow. Thank you, sister. Yes. Like our sister Juliet is saying, the farmers, because the little, let's say you have a little garden around you, and if you need any spinach or contomere, you just go, you take it, you come and put it. As you can see, it's fresh. It's not something that has traveled all the way a week, 2, or a month. before you get it. That's the reason why our grandparents were able to cross 90 all the way to 100. Because when you were kids, when we visit our grandma, you can see that the same house, the empty house, what should I say, the empty room, the one that without the roof, they will plant this cocoyam, okra, and other thing stuff inside there. So when they come from farm or anywhere and they need something, they will just ask you go there, but don't take the one on top of it, take the one around, and then we will be peeling the spinach around, and then we bring it. So you can see it's fresh from the fruit to the pot. Thank you, brother. He has confirmed my point here. We don't need to ask what the country can do for us. We need to ask what we can do for the country. Yes. Yes, that's a good point, because it looks like everybody is pointing at, oh, Ghana, 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 the leaders, the leaders, the leaders. But we are forgetting, when you talk about Ghana, who is Ghana? Ghana is you and I. We are the Ghanaians. So if I am pointing my finger at you and you're also pointing your finger at me without us doing anything, then we'll be like what? We'll be stagnant. We will stay where we are. That has been, what should I say, the attitude of us. But our forefathers, the mindset was different. They work hard. They work hard. They did their best. Like I keep on saying, I'm from Obuasi. And I schooled there until I completed my secondary school before I move out. A country, a city full of gold, but still anything that was coming out from the land, the orange, like all of you or those who know Obuasianka, the best in the country, pineapple, cassava, everything that comes from the land was perfect back then when we were there. Now I don't know, because I'm out for a couple of years. If we have focused on what is coming from the land without focusing solely on the gold, Obuasi could have been one of the best cities in the whole country, even I would say the world, because when you talk about the Johannesburg, Obuasi should have been like that. So each and every one of us, we need to think about what we can do for our country, not what our country can do for us. Yes. Let's say if you know how to make a car, go ahead, do it. If this one know how to build houses, go ahead, build them. If this guy know how to go to the sea, go ahead, do it. If I also know how to do goat, I'll go ahead and do it. If this also know how to go and break out corn or maize, yes. That's collectively. We bring it together and then we move ahead. We don't need to point fingers at each other. Once again, coming 8th of November 2024 has been set as what? The Farmers' Day in Ghana. Guys, let's all, those who have time, let us all try to watch it live. Any channel that you know, bring it live, join and see. And I pray that the authority, or what should I say, those who will read the message, they need to start from what happened 1983. two serious incidents happened in 83. One, all our land, our bush, I would say all our land, farmland, got burned. And the same year, our mothers and our fathers got deported from Nigeria and they came to join. As you can see, these two incidents happened at the same year. Then you can know that the country, they really survived a serious war. Now it's our turn to revisit and read the decision that those in charge and our fathers, they took to change the narrative back then. And we need to what? Go and redo our research and add our modern knowledge to it and then step out. Like I have said, when we went to secondary school, the whole 5 years, each and every year, we were planting our own maize at school, which I know some of the schools, all of them were doing same. But the school that I went, that's Obuasi Setek, Esikafo, that's what we did to support the little supply that they were that time. I think if my memory serves me right, it was PAMSCA. Yeah, they call it PAMSCA. They were supplying all the schools, the secondary schools, food. PAMSCA. Is it PAMSCA or PAMSCA? Yeah, something like that. PAMSCA. Because we did a couple of demonstrations back then, so I remember the name. Because at times we would do a demonstration that the food is not good for us. Yeah, you know, Obuasi Setek. Yeah. So they were using the little ones that we were doing to support. And also those of us who did agric at school. Thank you. Those of us who did agric at school, our agric teacher will also take us to the field and they will portion a bed to, let's say, 2 people, and they'll say, you guys do a cabbage, you do okra, you do this. So all these things were what? Giving us an idea, the practical aspect of it. But what happened? It got to a time and they were using board to draw everything. And because of this, the younger generation got disassociated themselves from what? The farming activities. Because already from ours, because what we did there, some of were seeing farming as a punishment. And as time goes by, people were seeing farming as what? For the dirty people or for the, I don't know. That's why we are here to change the narrative. Yes, we are here to change the narrative. Do your part, let me do my part, and let's build the nation and make the world a better place for all of us to live. Like someone, a musician, said, a hungry man is an angry man. Yes, he was right. A hungry man is an angry man. So we need to feed the world. We need to make food available. We don't need to focus only on what? This, oh, I have, you know this, it costs £1,000, it costs this. Yes. And do you know how to make this? It's cotton. And how do we get the cotton? From a farmer. Look at this. You say CK. Yes, around the world, all the rich people are farmers, like our sister has mentioned. You see this, you see CK. Oh, it's nice, good. Where do we get this from? Farm, cotton. Look at the pen. Where do you get it from? Plastic. From where? Farm, the tree. So any way that you can make a contribution towards the farming, do it. Even if someone is doing it and you can what? Partner with the person, invest in it, go ahead, make sure everything is all documented. Maybe if you have 10% each year, yes, but and then you monitor, make sure everything is going on the way you earned it. 39 years now, what have we learned? Yes, you can. You can partner with me. Yes, we need to move ahead and make sure we have a better life and a better place to live. And those of us who are outside our country, we shouldn't always criticize the country. Wherever you are, know that those there, they have taken a decision to build a country. That's why you are there enjoying it. So what are you also doing for your country? That's the reason why those of us, we don't live there back home, but still we try to do the little that we can. At least if you employ 2 people there, we need to forget about the attitude of those back home. Gradually, things are changing. Like we said, the time that we started, we have gone through a lot of stress and what disappointment, but still, we have focused. So all that we need to do is what? Stay focused. If this one come, you try and you find out that that person is not going to help you out, you kick him out, you bring another one. As it's a process, as it's going on like this, it will reach a time you find the perfect one, then to join you, and then you move ahead. Because initially we gave all our trust 100% to them and they disappointed us. But now it's not that way because of technology and other things. So we have a way of monitoring things. So as you can see, we need to remember what happened in 1983, and we need to tell the country, the generation, we need to tell them, we need to let them know what happened so that they don't mess up. They don't mess up. They don't destroy the nation. I mean, the farming activities, because that's our area. If you know you are a vegetable farmer, concentrate on it. But like I say, if you farm on an acre, next year make sure you farm on 2 or 3 acres, and then you keep on what? Increasing, scale it. Yes, thank you, sister. Thanks to technology. So who watches the watchman? Technology can watch and monitor them. So let's all do our best. And remember, on the 8th of November is going to be what? The National Farmers Day. So let's all join the country in celebration of what? The Farmers Day, because all of us are part of it. And then step up the activities in 2025. Yes, we need to target the local market, make sure we have enough to feed the country. And then we think about what? Exporting. God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nations great and strong. We have a great nation, the loving country, our motherland, that our forefathers built for us. Now it's our turn to build it for the next generation, the unyet born ones. We shouldn't be greedy, especially those of us who are outside the country, always criticizing the country. Oh, this is not good, this is not good. But what have you done? Do your part. Maybe your part, someone is going to benefit from it. But if you don't do it, that person who could have benefited from your part will also stay somewhere and criticize this. But if you do your part, because those who have building at home, at least some people are living in. So when you talk about what? Accommodation or homeless, they are not homeless. Good, you have saved them from that part. Those who have job, who have employed one or two, at least you pay them monthly, they have what? Steady income. When we talk about what? Unemployment, they are not unemployment. At least they have what? Steady income that they can build. Yes, thank you, our brother. He's bringing it. You don't need new ideas. The old ideas, take it and polish it, especially those of you who have gone to school or those who have traveled. You don't need to go and take what should I say, lime, and then you cut it and then you put, what should I say, orange on top of it to plant. No. What you know, the old one, go and take it and polish it and then do it, and you see the results because of the technology and the idea that you have. Yes, Farm Delight, our live videos, we do it now at the moment, just an hour. So I'll take this opportunity to thank those who have joined us today and our faithful subscribers. But if you haven't subscribed to our channel, we kindly ask you to subscribe to our channel and share to others and comment. We need to do our best to build the world. On the 8th of November is going to be the National Farmers Day. Let us join the nation, and may God bless our country, Ghana, and make our nation great and strong. Once again, I thank you all for joining us today. Like our videos, share and subscribe. May God bless you. Bye.